And welcome to Streaming Conscious Podcast. I am your host, Joel Doombuggy Cox. This is Aaron Zipline Jones, and Joe Itinerary Stout.
So we got dry erase boards now. So what is going on with it? They can't even see it. Here's the best part: I can show that to them, and they can't even see it because it all just turns into blue screen.
They kind of saw it.
Oh, they see that?
Kinda.
All right, look at that, everybody.
It was a boob and it was lactating.
It's a drippy boob.
Yes.
So anyway, part 2 of Vegas. So
Back to Vegas.
Saturday morning,
Joel's right into it, man. He's not wasting any time.
we went
We're over here drawing pictures of boobs and stuff, and Joel is like down the business.
because I want to talk about Doom Buggies.
All right, talk about Dune Buggies.
So we got up, crack of dawn.
We should have queued up some pictures for Dune Buggies. We got some really cool pictures. I know what do you get there? Too little, too late. Yeah.
So
That is not a boob.
nope. So we got up, crack of dawn. At least I did. Got ready. Got picked up at 7. So I went in and got a muffin from the 24/7 place.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys. You guys. So got the muffin.
The audience doesn't even get to enjoy this, man.
We got
That was the worst high five ever, too.
You get it back right. Here we go.
We're like,
Gotcha.
We actually got a
Jonesy and I are like on the short bus over here.
we got a shuttle to the Doom Buggy place.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We
That
got-
is very cool. Let's promo that Dune Buggy place because they're Sun Buggy. Sun Buggy. Yes, we I'm wearing Sun Buggy right now. Actually, yeah, it's a Sun Buggy is one. It's our second time doing it. We still had an awesome time there. It was a blast that we did it, and it when you first look into it, when we first checked it out, it was like I think it was half an hour. It was $200, and that sounds like so much money for something like that. For half an hour's worth of your time, but it's absolutely well worth it. It was really worth every penny, and it was so good that we literally went back and did it a second time. Like we had fun doing it the first time. So
They can't see it.
yeah, that says that Sun Buggy's the best, and we miss them, and we do love them. But yeah, if you're going to be in Vegas, we absolutely recommend Sun Buggy. You should definitely check it out.
First tour of the day, you get 20% off.
You have to call in to get that deal. You call in ahead of time and pre-reserve, and you have to be like, I think it was like we had to be picked up at what, like 6 or 7 or something crazy like that. 7. I think you can even do 8 o'clock pickup time,
Right.
and it's like an hour before you actually get out.
So if you're drunk that early in the morning, you don't have to really worry about anything because of the driving force.
It's Vegas. You get up and you do it drunk. You just have a
Exactly.
good time. They do all the driving until you get into the buggy, and then you can drive is still drunk or hungover
I had
or whatever.
pancakes that morning.
You had pancakes?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you get pancakes?
McDonald's.
Son of a bitch. What's it? Oh, you know what? Did I get? Is that the day I think I got Cinnabon or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
So-
stuffing Cinnabon on my face while we were trying to
I
get
got a
there.
muffin because I was right there.
I had to eat something.
Right.
So
We
the
were
next one
a little
yeah.
we were messed up from the night before.
The Doom Buggy place actually had helmets that would take GoPros.
Mhm.
So I brought my knockoff GoPro, put it in my helmet.
That was very cool. We got some great video of
Yeah.
that too. That you can
I got
see
made
on,
fun of for wearing my helmet the whole time.
And
But
you
I'll
know
tell
what?
why.
yeah,
Why not?
tell us why. Because
Yeah,
here's what
tell us.
happened. You got on the bus. Here's what I think happened. I think you put your helmet on, and then you started to get on the bus, and you were like, "Oh wait, there's like a 20-minute drive till we get there." But you were already like, "Fuck it, I've already got my helmet on. I'm sticking with it." You
Right.
Very. That's a very Joel thing to do. You were just like, "I'm already in this deep. I'm not giving up."
So here's what happened. The guy told me, when you use a helmet for a GoPro, you want to be really snug so it doesn't come off. Well, it was almost the point where I couldn't get the helmet on. So I took it on and off twice. I'm like, I ain't doing this. 'Cause if I do
Okay,
this
well, that
wrong,
makes
then I
sense.
gotta
Okay.
adjust the camera again. So I got the camera and I'm like, I'm done. I'm in this. I'm committed.
All the pictures of us leading up to actually getting on the Doom Buggy is like everybody, and then Joel in a helmet. Like you could be literally anyone. Like it doesn't matter. You could be your own stunt double at this point.
But you know what? In your defense, I think that I'm going to buy one and take it with me next time.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Yes.
do what?
I'm going to buy one.
Helmet?
No.
GoPro.
GoPro.
Okay. So,
I already got the helmet.
that goes back to the whole short bus conversation we were having earlier.
I'm driving the short bus. Good.
I was surprised when I bought some attachments. I didn't know what they have. Well, both the zipline place and the Doom Buggy place had attachments for GoPros. So that was nice. So we went out there, and it didn't feel as hot as it was last time.
I don't think it was quite as hot, but I think just in general, like the air felt a lot better. Because that's last time. I tell everybody that story too. When we got there last time, you turned to me 2 years ago. and you were like, how hot do you think it is? And I think I said it was like 80 degrees or something is what my guess was. And it was like 107 degrees because like that's how much different that temperature feels. Is that dry air going from the humidity here to that.
I really don't care what anybody says. I went ahead and made sure that everything was powdered down below before we went out there. And I had no problems because the first time that we went out there, we came back and we all were moist.
I felt pretty good.
That was fun.
But here's the thing: I work outside in the humidity all day, every day. So like going from like I'm not in air conditioning. I'm not pampered throughout the day. So whenever I got there, like it was all that dry. Just I probably was sweating. It was just like sucking right out of me though.
So you're saying your testes were used to that?
I think my testicles are so used to the humidity and the sweat.
Mine were not. No.
So would you throw some monkey butt powder or something in there?
No, I used Gold Bond medicated powder.
See, there'll be a little promo there. Gold Bond medicated powder for all of your testicle needs.
Yeah, it was hilarious. So we were driving the dune buggies, and all of a sudden, Jonesy made a wrong turn.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and explain this wrong turn now because I didn't get to fully go and explain it. We were coming up and we came down that little sand dune, and I was going too fast, way too fast. And I came down and I said, I am losing control of this dune buggy, so I need to go ahead and veer off over here into this little patch, or I'm going to hit this wall. So I veered over to it, slowed down. Everyone went ahead and stopped. And I think whenever you go ahead and you do these, just to go and let you know that the instructor is the first person who is driving the dune buggies. Right. He's the head duckling. And we go ahead and we follow his flag. So the person behind him follows his flag, the person behind him follows his flag, so on and so forth, so that you don't go to get lost. And whenever you're going to do this, they said if something happens to your dune buggy, turn it off, wait for him to go to come back. Well, I went to this little landing. I stopped. He was doing eye shot of me, so I just went in and said, let me start this back up. So I went ahead and just veered back around and just kept going. So that was the only thing that went ahead and happened, I think. Yeah, that was the only thing that happened, I think.
No, it wasn't. Because I was behind Jonesy. Jonesy was in front of the instructor. And then all of a sudden, Jonesy was behind me. We're driving. I'm following the guy. I'm like, I feel like I know what I'm doing. Like, at one point, the guy gave me a thumbs up. I was following him. And then we circle back, and Sarah's sitting there. Her dune buggy won't start.
She broke her damn dune buggy. She somehow managed to bust the axle or something on it. Already, Jonesy's drunk already. Everybody.
No, I'm not.
This is my character of. It's
oh wait,
we got it.
Yeah.
Just as good, old boy.
How's the Duke boys gonna get out of this? So I was following the guy, and I didn't know
like the Black Loop Duke.
I didn't know where he was like rounding back around to like get to Sarah. So.
The audience is missing so much of the show right now.
So
we're really gonna get better dry erase sports.
After he took care of Sarah and like got her in the dune buggy, Joe's like, "You're gonna follow me, right?" I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
That's one thing that I was a little shitty about was we paid for half an hour and then her dune buggy breaks down and like you gave us a crap dune buggy, man. Like it wasn't like we she didn't break it. Okay, we were joking and saying she broke it, but really it was just it was one that just. The thing was ready to go bad, and it just happened to go bad while we were out there. We didn't get any extra. She then had to ride in the thing, so she doesn't get that. You still have to pay for all the time.
Right.
She doesn't get the time out there to.
And especially her because we all had the experience the first time. She got like partial.
So she kind of got hosed on it a little bit, but all in all, so she saw the go time, and he was doing some wild, crazy tricks and stuff. And
I love the one point we started doing circles like donuts, and like this dust storm just comes up. Yeah. I can barely see Joe's flag.
I couldn't see anybody in front of me. Like I was totally lost as to who was going. I was just kind of guessing at which way to go, and luckily we kind of all found each other and made it in the right direction. But yeah, it was okay. We had it was a good time. We had a lot of fun, and I'm a big fan of the dune buggy thing, and I'd like to do it again sometime. You said you want to go for a longer time next time, right?
Yeah, they do an hour and 2 hours. I want to do an hour time next time.
Yeah, we have to check and see price-wise what that is.
Make sure you wear powder.
Yeah.
After the
Gold Bond, you're
we came back, and you guys took a nap. Jones and I basically like got showers and hung out, and then we went to the food court. We got some snacks. Why? Because you had a brunch to go to.
Oh yeah, yes. You guys went to brunch.
I went to the drag brunch.
I met Ryan for a while. till you guys got back.
No, I told a story last time about how we Sarah was very up in arms about the fact that they have a Titanic display and it wasn't scheduled into. I didn't take her to the Titanic display, and everybody gave me a whole bunch of shit about the Titanic display.
Especially me.
But then we get to when we got to the Bellagio fountains, and I told this story last week about how they played Celine Dion just out of absolute cosmic fate. They played Celine Dion, and I went, I planned that. and then 30 minutes later they played the Beatles, and I went, shit.
Mm-hmm. I did go ahead and back you up on that, because I did go ahead and co-sign on it and say that yes, he did go ahead and do this for you, Sarah. She said,
yeah. Oh, you did. You had my back.
Yes, I did. I did have your back. See, I had your back.
So thank you for corroborating my lie. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you guys went to brunch and such,
I know the brunch. I know it meant right.
Oh no, the brunch was good.
I snuck onto my calendar the Titanic thing, even though I absolutely did not have that planned out at all. I had no intentions on going to Titanic, not in the least.
Let me tell you guys about this brunch, because now that one of you were there. This brunch was good. They had, it was a buffet style brunch, obviously. They had one section that had nothing but different kinds of cheeses.
I hate you so much right now. How dare you interrupt his story like that?
That's okay. Cheese and crackers and everything. And then they had another section that had nothing but breakfast food. They had French toast, they had bacon, they had pancakes, they had sausage, they had eggs, they had everything to sit there. Then they had another section.
I can only get so erect and cut it out.
What's it? And then that was good.
Say sausage.
And then
say sausage again. Oh.
That's Italian sausage.
Oh.
But we go ahead and they had a taco bar, and they had homemade taco chips.
Were they fish tacos?
No. It was, I should say, not a taco bar, but nacho bar. Sorry. So they had the nacho chips, and then they had...
Were they fish nachos?
Fish nachos. And
Joel's drunk.
Yes, he is.
Not drunk.
He's drunk. So they had
He's not sober.
They had the chicken, and they had the steak, and they had the beef to go and put on these nachos with the cheese and everything and all the additives. Then they had another section where you could actually go ahead and make your tacos and everything. Then they had another section to go to do this. And then you went over to the table, and they had a one of those little bowls, and each one of the bowls had 2 bottles of champagne in it. And you got unlimited mimosas, and then there was a gentleman who was at the bar it was open bar, whatever you wanted. And I was like, oh, well, it can't be really open bar. No, we were getting shots of Fireball for free.
Ooh.
Oh yes, it was like, I was like, okay. I was like, well, then make my cranberry and vodka with Tito, and we'll be good. Sorry, I love Tito, but
yeah, Tito's our new drink of choice, man.
Yes,
and I'm not a vodka kind of guy. I've been a diehard rum fan. Like, rum is my only drink.
Right.
But I'm really switching. I'm kind of changing teams here for the Tito's vodka.
Right, it's great.
It's a very good vodka.
Yes, but I think after that we came back, and then we met up with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did we do that night? Because
whenever
Aaron,
were a little tanked.
I was drunk. my issue. I was drunk. I don't remember anything, and I'm not even going to try to remember. Act like I remember anything, but go ahead.
You guys came back. Okay. I had asked Terry and Chris if they want to go get dogs. Like, we just ate the brunch. We're good.
Okay.
I'm like, tell you what, I'm gonna take Matt and Moran back to their place. I'm gonna go to Fry's for a little bit.
Who are you threatening?
We'll go get tacos. So a couple hours go by, and we went to go get tacos. Matt and Moran couldn't meet us because they had a show.
And you know, wait, I'm going to stop you. This is really bad because I thought that we got tacos on Sunday. See, I must have blacked out again.
Tacos have never been a good experience. Never did tacos right. No, I take it back. We've always done tacos right. We just never remember it.
Well, no, I remember the next morning whenever, this will come out. Whenever you and when I woke up, we were sleeping in separate beds in the same room. So don't get an idea. And I remember emptying the box out in the garbage can, and I said to myself, why did I go ahead and get these beans?
Beans?
I don't they had some kind of beans on my plate. Because I remember the takeout boxes, they were black.
Oh, wait, you brought home leftovers? Or brought back leftovers?
Yes.
I don't remember that either.
Well,
Did I bring back leftovers?
I'm handicapped. I can't fit anything. So.
I definitely didn't bring. I never have leftovers. I don't know what leftovers.
Oh no, I had leftovers, but so yeah, we ate at the fuzzy taco and the pink taco.
So,
All right, so let's go through this because Fuzzy, I know both of those terms, just not in what they mean in
so
Vegas.
Fuzzy Taco, there's like a fast food kind of place, and they had a really good taco, and we earned it out in like half hour.
Yes.
What did the pink taco? It was in
Planet Hollywood.
Is that the ice cream place?
No, not yet.
Was it in Planet Hollywood?
No, it is
It was on one of those.
the rock and roll place.
Hard Rock? No. Was it Hard Rock?
Is there a Hard Rock Casino thing?
It was in one of them.
I believe so. That's on the other side of the street, right?
Whatever one had the bands, like the music stuff.
I was
Because there's some like metal like grunge thing going on, and everyone was dressed in black and tattooed up.
Them children needed Jesus. Go ahead.
So we
A
went,
bunch of emo kids in
we went to
Vegas.
the pink taco, and it took forever. I'm like, wow, this is kind of a buzzkill.
Mm-hmm.
So we left there, and the girls wanted to go to Creamberry.
Mm-hmm.
So we went there, and they got.
Oh, well, we got a story to tell. Is it something we can tell now?
No, it was actually good. I fell asleep.
I don't know. They got ice cream. We fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
We came back. We went to bed. They went to the bar, and you met them at the bar.
That
There you
night.
go.
Well, we did. First, we did the Titanic thing, which I pretended like I had planned all along. I didn't. I worked it into my phone so that everybody would and I could. So I was like, look, it's in my schedule. See, I wasn't an asshole. I was totally an asshole. I did not plan on going to Titanic, and I absolutely did not want to go to the Titanic thing. And once we got in, though, I gotta say, like, once we got in and started looking around, I really didn't want to go to the Titanic show because it was a fucking lame show. You walk through, it's this museum of like, there are these little knickknacks and stuff they found at the bottom of the ocean. Like, it's like a teacup, and they're like, here's a teacup. No shit, that's a teacup right there. How about that? I'm like, so, and the room is freezing because they really want you to feel like you just crashed into a fucking iceberg. So you walk through and you read like a couple little stories about, Jacob Dylan Montreal, whatever, who flew over from, or who was on the Titanic. Because, what are you saying?
I feel.
It was absolutely the most boring thing I have ever done in my entire life. I was going out of my mind, just going through.
But
I
your wife
literally
was happy,
read.
and that's all that matters.
That's great. No. I did it. I did it to make her happy, and I did it to appease her. And it was her vacation too, so I wasn't trying to be an asshole about anything. But
Your wife is awesome. Let me go to say that. Sarah, if you listen to this, you're awesome.
she's not listening. She never listens to this. If you want her, you can have her though.
Sarah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's
Sarah, I'll cook for you every day. We'll have,
She doesn't eat. So
we'll have fried chicken, collard greens,
have you met her?
macaroni and cheese.
She's like 80 pounds soaking wet. She doesn't eat fried chicken.
I bet you she would.
Yeah, but you can convert her. You're welcome to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to the Titanic thing, and then I think we went back up. That's when I started drinking because I felt like after the Titanic, you definitely need a drink. So
Right.
I went up and I started kicking back some drinks. She ended up getting ready for the day. I think I felt there was a tub in our room, and I was like, it's never gonna get used if I don't fall asleep in it now. So I just laid in the tub and I took a nap. The only time I actually have a picture of me holding a giant slushie while I'm still sober. But I finished most of it off while laying in the tub, and then I fell asleep with my slushie in the tub.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we need an intervention.
Oh, most definitely, because
So
I'm fucked up in a lot of ways.
Yes, he is.
So wait, did we meet up?
you met up with Tara and Kirsten.
No. Before that, we went to I went to the High Roller.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the big Ferris wheel because originally we were all going to go, but you guys weren't feeling it. It wasn't something you guys were into. But it was actually a really cool thing. We got to you stand in line, and this thing just constantly moves. So you have to get on and get moving right away.
Right.
They don't stop it and load you up. But like it was like us and I want to say like 10 to 14 other people all got on. So they kind of hustle everybody on. They close the doors behind you, and we went to the one where you have a bartender. So you figure it's like somewhere between 14 and 20 people that are all on this thing, and there's one guy tending bar. So you're like, I'm only here for 30 minutes. There's no way this dude is going to get to my drink anytime soon. We were the very last ones to get on. There was a big group of like, it was like everybody was kind of individual. It wasn't like any, but we were all kind of socializing and talking. Everybody was really cool. The one lady got in front of us had gigantic boobies, and so we talked to her for a minute. So as we're getting on, this dude is like trying to get everybody's drinks together, and I'm like, I know, I've worked in a restaurant for 12 years. I understand how this dude is going to be overwhelmed.
Right.
This kid was first class. Like, he was like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And he's pouring drinks while he's grabbing all this stuff. He's like knocking out and he's handing them back and forth. It was like watching an octopus in a cartoon.
Wow.
Like, that's what this dude, he was so quick. So we're getting on. We're the last ones on. As we're stepping on and the doors are closing behind us, he's already got like 7 people have their drinks and he's going, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? We're just now getting on. And we're like number like 16 or so getting on. And like we stood there for maybe 30 seconds before he goes, what would you like? And I'm like, already. He's
wow.
And I told him what I wanted. As he's passing out drinks, he's making my drink. And while he's putting the cup up, he's grabbing ice. Somebody's trying to take a picture, but it's all, you're inside this big glass dome. And so as they're taking their pictures, their flashes are going off. So they're not seeing anything in the background. They're just getting this reflection coming back. So he's like, hold on. And he pulls out his phone and he turns the camera or the light on his phone. So while these people are taking their picture, he's one-handed making my drink and 3 people before me.
That's a
he's
boss.
Passing out the drinks as he's going. As I'm taking the picture, he puts his phone away and he's like, boom, 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 boom. And when he's all done, he's like looking around for the first person he served. He goes, what do you want next?
Wow.
I was like, this dude is golden.
That's good.
In the time we were on 30 minutes, and I mean, I can drink, but this dude, I couldn't keep up with him.
Right.
He was that good. And when we went all the way around, we're taking all these pictures, I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm really decked out. I had on a real nice shirt. I had on my vest. I'm feeling pretty sexy.
He's wearing a vest, people. He's wearing a vest.
I look good in the vest. I look damn good. Not like an Aladdin vest. I'm talking.
No, it's totally an Aladdin vest.
It was not an Aladdin. I look good. I look good. There's pictures underneath. And look in the comments. I'll look in there. Oh, yeah, babe. Do that. I didn't say stop. Cut it out. I can only get so erect. And now Jonesy. So as we're getting off, like he's passing out drinks again that you can take with you. So we definitely got our money's worth. I drank. I think it was like $50 each or something.
You always take a to-go drink.
This dude, he hooked us up though. I mean,
that's awesome.
So yeah, I think 4 drinks and I tipped him probably like $15 or something.
And how much was the whole thing?
It was like $50 each.
There you go.
For half an hour's worth of drinking plus all of the view, and the view is beautiful. It's an unbelievable. It was a really good time. It would be really cool. I hope next time we go back, I can maybe talk everybody else into going. Because if you have a group of like,
if you're paying
enough of you, no,
are you paying, baby?
I'm not paying for sure.
Yes, you are.
I'll pay for myself.
He just doesn't know yet. Good.
And
you're paying.
I'll leave tip. At most. I'm not paying. I can't afford you.
Just tip.
You try to say we're luscious and you get a photo?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, gotcha.
No, but it was a really good time. And we had a blast up there, getting to talk to everybody else, and kind of like it was really cool because like you're in this like it's big enough that you didn't feel like you were trapped. You're not like neck and not shoulder to shoulder with people, but you get a chance to kind of socialize and have fun, and everybody's stuck all together, and it was nice because it was like you got to mingle and you got to talk a little bit and kind of get to know each other.
But
you
you're not
feel
single.
like what's that?
But you're not single.
No, but you still get to socialize.
But you're mingling.
I was mingling. I was mingling quite a bit. But I'm just a friendly kind of guy. But everybody up there was. Maybe we just had a really good crew.
It's a swingers bar.
That's exactly what it is. Pretty much it turned into a giant orgy is what I was getting at. That's basically what I was trying to say. It was an orgy in the sky. So
orgy in the sky with diamonds.
So yeah, we did the high roller thing. Then what did we do after that? What happened?
Well, you guys went to the bar.
No. We went.
Oh, you had your little hike. That's what you did.
Yeah, we were trying to get back from. We went from that is it's Lynx Hotel, and that we were trying to get back to our hotel, or no, we were trying to get to New York, which is not like it's not close, but it's not a super long walk. We took every wrong direction we possibly could trying to get back to New York. We ended up going through Aria, jumping on the tram, going one hotel down, coming back down. We were so messed up. We went to what's the show? It's in New York. Zumanity. We went to Zumanity.
Sure.
So we ended up going to Zumanity, and that was a really cool show. Didn't you see that before, Joel?
Yeah.
You didn't like it.
I did not like it.
Yeah, somebody would have told me that like it was actually like tastefully done.
I loved it. And I'll tell you what, if you ever have the chance to do that, you should take some mushrooms first. Because it was fun, dude. It was so cool. It was the neatest. And it's like this weird...
And this is why he needs Jesus.
Listen, it was eclectic, and it was crazy, and it was wild, it was
Mary,
fun.
Joseph, the second camel, the frankincense without the myrrh, the hay under baby Jesus, and the third piece of wood over the stable.
If you get a chance to go to Zumanity, do it while you're messed up. You will love it.
So you're trying to say you took mushrooms whenever you went to go see?
No, but next time I might.
Oh my goodness.
Because it was like that, just crazy chaotic. It was like
I'm not sure if the dispensaries in Vegas have that kind of stuff.
So as you're watching the show, there's all these different things that are going on. You got the one guy comes out, and he's got this crazy mohawk, and he starts swinging around the sky, and he's like doing all the and then like the MC of the show is this big old I don't know which is the politically correct term, but it was a she-male. It was a dude who had boobs. Ooh. And he was hilarious.
But I have boobs.
This is different.
Oh,
this was
like boobs.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Super fun, super funny.
Okay. Gotcha.
Very sexually charged, and listen, and it's geared a lot towards the ladies a lot too. So if you're going with a date, it's definitely something that they will enjoy as well. And then this little tiny person, this I don't know what's the right word, dwarf or midget or little person or whatever the piece starts doing this silk rope thing where they're flying around on this thing, and they're just, oh my god, this dude was amazing. This little Cupid man he was doing all this like really just phenomenal stuff, just swinging around, and the whole production is just really, really cool. Very energetic, very charged, and a lot of fun, but it's very off the beaten path. So I recommend Zumanity. I really don't want to go see any shows because that's not my thing. I'm not in the shows. Right. But the two shows we saw was Fantasy and Zumanity, and I swear by both of them. They were both unbelievable.
I really got to see Fantasy, and Fantasy was actually very good. Like I said, it was actually very tastefully done. Which that was the first time that I've actually seen a burlesque show.
Yeah.
And very tastefully done.
It was that's kind of crazy how like, 'cause it didn't feel dirty. It didn't feel like going to a strip club and trying to, you didn't have to fold a $1 bill on the stage and see the stripper pick it up with her hoo-ha. Like it was a legit show. And I said, and I'm sure you'll back me up on this one. When I walked away, the two things that I remember most about the show, I mean, you have all these girls coming out, flashing their boobies, all hanging around and stuff. And two things I remember most was that comedian and the MC's voice.
There you go.
She had a beautiful voice.
Yes, she did.
She was unbelievable. Phenomenal. Yeah. We talked about that last show, so we're going to move on.
Yeah,
so if you get a chance, definitely check out
Now can we get the Sunday?
What's that?
Now can we get the Sunday?
Yes, let's get the Sunday.
Sunday. Having a hike up that damn mountain with that equipment on my back.
Bright and early.
I felt like I was back at the gym.
It was like 10 a.m.
That's another thing, too. I'll tell you what. If anybody goes to Vegas, the zip line thing that we did, we went to, what was it called? It was Bootleg Canyon.
Skyline Tour.
Yes.
Skyline?
Yeah. Actually, if you hold on 1 second, I got the email right here because they emailed me something.
Here's the thing.
I wasn't Skyline. Was it?
It was called... Sorry, bear with me 1 second.
No, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm saying, are you certain?
Are you certain?
That's what it is.
Certain?
Certain.
I'm almost willing to bet $1 on it.
$1? I don't think I have $1. I'd be willing to bet $1.
Flight lines.
Good thing I didn't bet that $1.
I should have. I bet I did. I have 5. You want to pump up to? So, we're taking an intermission here. Jonesy and I are filling back up.
We had to we'd be there by 9:30. So I drove because I wanted to use that my rental car. Right. So we drove out. We got there. Apparently Jesus was late. Jesus was not going to make it.
Jesus?
No. Different Jesus.
Yeah, different Jesus.
Jesus.
So we had an interesting group.
But you need more?
Yes.
What was I thinking?
We had a social media marketing person. We had a mother-daughter. We had 2 couples.
Mm-hmm. We had a fun group.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Group. And the staff was amazing.
We started off from... how do you feel about that, Joe? Go ahead, now keep telling your story.
I can keep talking. I don't care.
I hate that so much.
By the way, Kenna was my favorite instructor.
What was her name?
Kenna.
Kenna was okay. I thought it was Kayla, Carla, or something like that. The whole thing, like they really did it right. Like they made a production out of it. It was stupid stuff. They were pulling up and they were like, "Here's the bootleg canyon public pool," and it was like a little kid swimming pool or something in some trailer park or something. They really made even the dumbest stuff really fun. They did a really.
I wish I recorded that by phone.
I mean, we were talking.
The audio was kind of bad. For the
I realized the audio.
I'll tell you this: that trip up that mountainside was nothing cute because I was on the outside and I kept looking. I'm like, if this tire goes 2 inches over to the side,
that's why I sat on the inside of the bus.
Yes, we had that right there, and it's rolling up there, and then we have the guy in the back is like, do you know what this is over here? This is Orange Mountain. Do you know what this is over here? This is Blue Mountain. Do you know what? Do you know
what the Orange Mountain is over there is called? And they're like Orange Mountain, and then there's the other mountains, Blue Mountain, and there's the Gray Mountain. Go ahead.
And then we go ahead, and when he's like, "Do you know what that mountain over there is called?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's called Negro Mountain."
There's the Black Mountain over here. Do you know what they're called?
It's called Negro Mountain. And he looked at me, and he's just like, "Okay, I'm done."
No, he's like, I'm like,
Saxon. We have to throw a little shout out to that crew though because they did a phenomenal job. We had our main guy who was I can't remember his real name, but everybody called him Rambo. Yeah. So it was Rambo. And he really was on top of his game. Like I really felt safe. Like that dude knew what he was doing. He was having fun. He was goofing around. He was playing around with us.
Which guy was that? Was that the guy that was?
That was Asian looking dude.
Okay, gotcha.
So
yes,
that was like the main guy, the one that was pulling the trigger for us.
The one that wanted to drink beer. Yeah.
So we had Rambo was the one that was kind of in charge, and he was running the show. Then we also had Saxon was the big dude, the big honking guy.
The guy that came out to get.
Yes, the one that saved Joel.
The one that saved Joel. We'll talk about that later.
And then what was her name again? Not Kayla. Kenna. And we have was that it? And then Christian was the dude, was the photographer. Yeah. But we had a phenomenal crew.
What was the bus driver's name?
What was the bus driver's name? He was cool.
Bobby, maybe.
He was the one that we went ahead and see. I'm like stuttering now. That we went ahead and we got out of the bus, and he said, I looked at him and he was like, they tried to blame all the brown people on this. It was like, I'm with you, brother.
My favorite was we got to the gate. He goes, oh shit! And he puts the car in reverse, the truck in reverse. And we're coming back. It was freaking like it's all part of the show.
So I was freaking out because I'm just like, I ain't time for this.
So then they did a group photo.
I'll tell you what, it did take me a little while before I realized that the whole thing, like all the skits and stuff they were doing, were already like pre-planned skits. Like it took me a little bit before I understood before I caught on to this being like
I
just
didn't
a
catch
gig.
on.
Like,
I just went with it.
Like they were really having a lot of fun. They were saying goofy stuff and having a lot of fun and just coming up with
the one guy, when they did the group photo, he took the water and he like poured it on himself.
Yes, he did the what's the movie?
Flashdance.
Flashdance. He leaned back and pours the water on himself. That was the bus driver.
Yes.
I want to say his name was Bobby, but I can't remember if that's right or not. But he was fun too. The whole crew was we had a blast. What a great time.
Yes.
They really did a great job. And what was the one he kept saying about? Well, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. The one dude, John or something like that, he was like, if we did a good job, we're Saxon and Rambo and so on. And if you didn't like us, we're all named John.
Right, you got that right. I would do
He's
the
like,
same
I'll
thing.
really try to get John fired in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. Shoot. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Well, we already experienced the zip line that was on Fremont Street.
And here's where we take the side story. So we bought the photos. It was one for $15 for one.
Oh yeah.
2 for $30, whatever.
Yeah.
Or 6 or more was $75. There's 233 photos he took of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, let's just buy the whole package. It's $25 a piece.
Right.
And ended up getting it, but they never sent me the email. So Sunday night, I'm like, oh crap, I didn't get it. So I went to call them. They were closed. So when you and I were getting our food at the airport,
right.
I called her. I said, hey, I didn't get my thing yet. She said, what's the name? I'm like, oh yeah, Joe Stout. I'm like, yeah, well, my name's Joel, and here's the email. Oh yeah, it's in the outgoing thing. I'm like, I just wanted to let you know, this is the best zipline experience we've had out in Vegas.
Right.
And we did the Fremont one, but this one was far better.
Oh, blew it away.
Right.
Blew it away.
She then goes, I'm glad you said that, because they threw us out. I'm like, excuse me? So in 2010, In 2010, they were doing a charity, and Fremont Street hired them to build the zip line.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the zip line and gave them a percentage of the sales.
Okay.
In 2013, they said, screw this, we want all the money, and kicked them out, stole some of their crew, and they run the zip line now.
Oh, no kidding.
So they went out in the desert, built their own, and does a better job.
Exactly.
I mean, like, I liked Fremont.
Yeah, Fremont was good.
Fremont.
Right.
But like it was cookie cutter. I mean,
Right.
if you don't want to leave the strip, it's good.
Right,
But
exactly.
like the experience we had,
Fremont is very tourist attraction
Yeah.
zip line.
Right.
This was a legit zip line.
uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you this. Like, Fremont lasted about 30 to 45 seconds. If you've never been on a zip line,
It's
it's perfect.
There,
Yeah.
But this experience going on flight lines,
so much.
I mean, first of all, you get one zip line ride on Fremont. You get 4
Yeah.
on this flight lines. And
like
you are
legit zip lines.
legit zip
like
lines.
4,000
And
feet,
the scenery that you go ahead and you get on this zip line is...
It's so much more of an adventure and
Yeah.
an event, and there's so much more in
I will post the videos.
Right.
And I'll say this because I never ever, I am not a leave a review kind of guy. I don't do it. I don't, whether I order something on Amazon or whether I do something, they always send, everybody wants, how was it? What's their feedback? I don't do that. This was probably, maybe not the first time, but one of the first times I've ever felt obligated to leave some feedback and say what a great job that they did, because I really, I loved it that much. I thought they did such an amazing job, and they really turned, the bus ride was one of the biggest things for me. As much fun as the zip lines were,
Yeah.
the bus ride, how they turned all the little stupid stuff. No, I'm saying all the little, how dumb, because really it could have been a bus ride where they just sat there and you get to the top and they go, okay, this is how we're going to do everything. But they didn't. They made fun of all the little. They realized nothing is there between their shop and between where you go ziplining. There's nothing. They didn't stop talking the whole time. They turned it into a tour with showing you literally.
And they busted out the song.
Yeah, they made it
Yes.
fun. I enjoyed that. That to me really put it over the top.
Mhm.
I felt like it was fun. I felt like it was an awesome time. But I did feel like they all were very competent, knew what they were doing, and
Right.
I was so thrown back and blown away by that I was like, I have to leave a review for this one, and I did. I put a review in saying what a great time we had, what a wonderful time we had, and how great they did. And that's one of the first and very few times that I've ever felt like I needed to put a review on something, because I really want people to know what a great experience that is. And if you have the chance to do it, absolutely do it.
Yes. Totally agree.
The first line was awesome, but I had my GoPro didn't run, so whatever. So from then on, I just started before I got on there. Second line was great. Third line, not so great.
I like the third line so very
I would just like to go to say
Judges can
that
have
Joel went ahead and said it was my fault.
I did say
so here's how this works. As you're coming down, they have these flags. Now, you, in the seat, you have to, as you go down the zip line, they put the flags up. You have to reach up. You have to hold on to the brakes. And then as they wave the flags, you pull down on the brakes. When they put the flags down, you let go of the brakes. Pretty simple, right? And then you put your feet out so they don't get smushed between the mohickeys up top.
Right.
So, Joel, why don't you go ahead and tell them what happened?
Well, let me start from the beginning. On the first rundown, Jonesy had a little issue, and Kenna kind of gave him some shit about it.
Yes, you did. But I fixed it.
So the second time he went down, he did better.
Yes, I did.
So the third time he goes, "Hey, you mind if I take the middle?"
Mm-hmm.
No, was it the middle or the end? It was the middle. No, it was the end.
He was on the end.
I wanted to be on the end. I was like, let me be on the end this time. So.
I'm like, okay, I'll let you on the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going down third one, and I brake. And apparently I braked too hard, and I got stuck 10 feet out from the thing.
We've got some great pictures of that
Yeah.
too that we really need to post underneath.
No, I have it.
Pictures. I got a video.
Oh yeah, no, I got a little bit of a video.
You didn't see the video I recorded where I? Oh, you didn't. You probably didn't go on Facebook.
Yeah.
I took all 3
I'll
rides.
get to that.
I took the 3 rides, put them on the thing. So when I broke, you hear me go, shit. And I had a little thing that says, "This is the sound of we're braking too soon."
I did see that.
And then everyone, I sped it all up because everyone's going through. He goes over. He's like, "Yeah, is that GoPro on?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, shit. Puts on his
Right.
helmet.
Because
And
he
all
knew
this
there was
stuff.
going to be a GoPro
Yeah.
coming
Make sure
out.
you're suited up correctly.
So he suited up, came out, grabbed me, brought me back, whatever.
Yes.
I didn't care. So
No, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was good. Now we have that story to tell.
So in the fourth one, we go down, and I did it right. I'm like, okay. So Joe's like, oh, get Sarah and I coming down. So I record the video of them coming down, whatever. But that was an awesome time.
I didn't
Yes,
see
it
that
was.
video. I'll tell you this, because I don't, the whole time we were in Vegas, I barely touched my phone. I didn't go on Facebook.
I didn't do
wasn't
that. I
clicking
didn't
around.
do that until I got back here.
When we got back from Vegas and I went on my phone, there was 700 notifications on my Facebook of
There you go.
all this. It took me forever to get through to see all the stuff that you guys had posted, because I just, I'm busy living the experience and I'm already not technological.
Well, I just recorded everything
Right.
and I said I would edit later, and I did. So we left that. We went to the hotel. We chilled out for a little bit. Went to get pizza at that Pin-Up Pizza place.
Did we? Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes. Pin-Up Pizza is a pizza this damn
30
big.
inches in
Just like
diameter.
me.
And then again, we have
75
pictures below as well. So
Just like
you
me.
have, there's a really good picture of you holding a piece of pizza.
Just like me.
$75
Oh
for,
my gosh, it's
for
so
pizza.
large.
Yeah, it is, and it had meat on it too.
$75 for a whole pizza.
Yeah, $75 for a whole pepperoni pizza.
For $10, you got a slice of pizza, a garlic knot, and a drink.
And if you went ahead and you paid $12.75, you got the slice of pizza, a garlic knot, and a alcoholic beverage.
Yes.
So we met up everybody, did that, and then we decided.
Yeah, that's whenever we saw Matt and Ryan again.
Right.
And what's their friend's name?
Mike.
Matt?
Mike.
Mhm.
Mike, I miss you, buddy.
Yeah, Mike was cool. I really
He's
didn't
cool.
have a great chance talking to him. Like,
Matt and Ryan, we love you too. I love you both.
He was fun. He was
Yeah.
real cool. We had a
So-
good time talking to him.
We explored Planet Hollywood, walked
Yes, we
around the Miracle Mile mall. That thing was awesome.
Yes, it was.
I got a bunch of
Yeah.
T-shirts. I apparently got hit on, didn't notice it.
Yeah, yes, he did get hit on it.
Yes,
He didn't notice.
yeah, the girl in the store was she was flirting with you something.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, real hardcore. And
She wasn't kind of flirting with you. She was like,
oh yeah, she was putting it out there.
I was so oblivious.
Yes, he was.
you absolutely were.
I had to tell you. I had to tell you after the fact. I'm like, do you know that she was flirting with
Well,
you?
first Joe goes, she was still hating him. I'm like, no. Sarah? She goes, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So Joe's I'm like, Jonesy,
Well, here's the messed up part is afterwards Sarah goes, yeah, she was definitely flirting with him, and I'm like, why didn't you say that? She's
Right.
like, well, I didn't know. I'm like, just tell him. Like,
Oh no, I just told you. I'm like, look, she flirting with you, dude. Hardcore.
right. We
Yeah.
weren't getting you in any trouble.
No.
We waited till afterwards. Like,
Right.
it wasn't disrespectful to you.
And I behaved.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, she was definitely flirting with you.
I wanted some of them Nestle cookies, but then my cheap side kicked in and said, "Do you know how much it costs to make a Nestle cookie?" And they're charging that much for one of them damn cookies.
Right.
Forget it. But
So we left there and went to Fremont Street. And hilarity ensued.
What happened? Oh, Fremont Street.
We made a
Fremont Street's always a blast. Like,
We made a
Fremont Street's
friend.
Great. Oh yeah. Well, we made.
So Jones and I saw this dude. He had a pair of horns on.
Can we
oh
put that-
my
Can we please put
my
that
my.
video up as well? Well, let's post that
Yes.
down one. Can we do that?
Yeah.
I'll make a post of all the
We
stuff.
gotta have
Yes.
a lot of pictures and stuff posted. This. We should have
Yes.
queued all this stuff up.
But you know- I want to go ahead and say this. Like the guy was dressed like in like
He looked like a satyr.
so he went ahead.
A satyr.
a satyr.
Yes.
Like the guy with hoof feet, like body of a man, like
Okay.
legs of
okay.
a
Yes.
I mean, I saw him. I know he. I just
Right.
didn't know
And
the
And I would say this that I went ahead and I posted this on my personal Facebook page. It was probably one of the only times that I was on there, and that was funny. But I had a friend of mine who's also on my Facebook page who notices things that you really don't go ahead and notice right off the bat. And he said, "Aaron, do you notice what the sign says behind all of you guys standing there?" And I said, "No." So he went ahead and he replied to my post and zoomed in, and in the background on the sign it says "God meat." It was classic. I'm like, I had no idea that it would have said that.
I didn't see. I mean, I saw this dude. I walked past him, but I really didn't stop and watch. Like, I was walking.
I'm
around
like, hey, can we get a picture? How much? He goes, whatever you want to do. I'm like, how about $2 for the both of us? He goes, okay.
All right, yeah.
So Jonesy goes and says, like, hey, guy, goes, I ain't getting your picture. Screw that.
Mm,
He's like, no, I'll take the picture.
right. I'll remember that.
that dude was cool though. He was really. He was living it up. He was loving life. He
Well,
was
the
really plans. And
Yeah.
goals and
He's like,
stuff.
hi.
Yeah.
Oh, he was great. Him, and then we saw, and I wish we would have got a video or at least a picture of it. Was did we get a picture with Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we did. We got a picture of Marilyn
We're not
Monroe.
posting those.
Marilyn Monroe.
Last time we were there too, it was Marilyn and like two others.
Yeah.
That was.
I think you did like a slow-mo video of that one. And that was the two.
Oh, that was. Here's the picture was good, but beforehand, when we were stopping and just waiting to get in line to get the picture of Marilyn,
Oh.
First of all, let me explain to the audience that Marilyn Monroe was a dude with a full out beard, a fake blonde wig, and this skirt on, this little white skirt. And he was cracking me up. He's over there dancing, and he's like playing, and he's like he's shaking his boobies.
He had hairy titties.
He was very clearly not like. This was not like a dude trying to look like a woman. This was a dude who put on a skirt and a wig, and he was fun. He was hilarious.
Dude looks like a lady.
I really like Marilyn, but we got a picture last time with Marilyn.
Yes.
2 years ago. It was Maryland and some really heavy Latino dude with in a bikini top.
Oh my!
Something.
I will say this:
I
like,
tried to tell you.
remember those? Now everybody's gonna start laughing. The balls, the necklace that
Yes,
had all
I remember the balls.
Okay, let me explain what this is. It was a necklace, and there were these balls, and they were bigger
There's a
as they
picture
went
of
down
that
to the
somewhere
bottom.
too.
So they had those there, but I guess that I asked the guy. He's like, people had started stealing them, so they actually had them chained up.
Oh no! Yeah.
So if you wanted to go ahead and actually see them, they had to go ahead and do that. Yeah, those look like two shaven cherries.
That's the heart. That's actually takes me back to the Titanic conversation where the heart of the ocean went under the sea.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's. I think there's a picture of you.
Oh, and then
Yeah, those go like
the ball
this.
necklace.
and then we saw my favorite guys kick me in the nuts. No cup,
I did
no
not see
joke,
this guy. I saw your picture, but I did not see this dude. This dude wanted to be.
and I
kicked in
bet
the
you
balls.
kicked like a bitch.
Yes, it did. That's exactly what the sign said.
I remember.
Did you
I
actually
saw the
kick him in the nuts?
No, I was not kicking anybody in the nuts.
Yeah, you
I thought about it.
With that. It's not something I want to do.
Hey, if you're asking me to kick you in the nuts, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
I don't want to pay you $1 to kick you in the nuts.
Mm-mm.
No,
I
I
would.
feel super uncomfortable with that.
I don't.
I'm not okay with it. Like, no, I'm cool with the dude who wants to do this. Fine, go do your thing. I couldn't.
I will kick you in the nuts.
No, because I happen to personally. I have.
You have nuts. I know you do.
How do you know?
We've seen your nuts.
You have not seen my nuts.
Yes, we've seen your nuts.
Have you?
They look like little macadamia nuts.
You definitely haven't seen my nuts then.
Yes.
So after that,
I have gigantic nuts. If you saw my nuts, you know that's not true.
so after left Fremont Street, we went back to the hotel.
Yes, thank you for changing that subject.
And
Okay, well, I'm going to go back to it for a second because I have a buddy who, my buddy who hooked me up with the hotel room. My man Vinny here in Pittsburgh. He grew up in Vegas, and I was talking to him about going to Vegas, and that's where the whole thing started. Was I said I'm going on, and he said, "Oh, you know, my mom works there. What hotel that happens to be? She works at the Luxor.
Right.
She took really good care of us. That's funny. I like that. Show it to the audience. They could probably see that one.
That looks like one of my exes. Go ahead.
It looks like a Muppet.
One of my exes. Go ahead.
So my man Vinny hooked me up with everything. So it turns out, coincidentally, Vinny was flying out to see his family at the same time we happened to be out there. He flew out, I think, Saturday. So I'm like, dude, Sunday we're gonna be down on Fremont Street. You gotta come down, hang out with us. We're going down to what's the Golden Spike was the bar we were gonna go to.
Right.
So I'm like, we're going to Golden Spike. Please, dude, you gotta be there. I want to meet up with you. I want you to meet my friends. You're gonna love them. They're great people. Blah blah blah. They're gonna love you. Vinny's a lot of fun. He's just this really cool guy that him and I, first time we worked together, we just hit it off. Like we get along really really well. A lot of fun. He's very much like me. He's very energetic and very enthusiastic, and he's kind of goofy and he says a lot of stupid shit. And I'm like, gotta be there. He's like, absolutely, man, I'll be there, not a problem. So him and I are texting back and forth the whole time leading up to Vegas, and I'm gonna be there. So the night we were at Fremont, like earlier in the day, I hit him up a couple of times. Hey, man, going to Fremont, gonna be there around this time. Gonna be there. He's like, I'm not sure. I got stuff going on. Blah blah blah. I'm like, be there, dude. You gotta be there. Definitely gotta be there. Be Golden Spike. We're gonna be Golden Spike.
Right.
I didn't go to Golden Spike. We did not go. I got so messed up. I was so drunk by that point that we just did not go to Golden Spike. Luckily, Vinny did also not go to Golden Spike. Because otherwise I'd have felt like a total dick after I was like, dude, be there, dude, definitely, you gotta go. It's gonna be so much fun. And
After all that, yes.
So we were supposed to go to Golden Spike, which looks like a really cool bar, and I've talked to a handful of people that have been there. It sounds like a lot of fun. But so I totally dicked over Vinny by not going to Golden Spike. And I even told you guys we gotta go there, and then we did not do it.
What in the world
What
is
the
that?
fuck is that you just drew?
Balls.
tons of balls. So
Joe likes balls.
no, I like boobs.
So, all right, guys, if
Joe
anyone
likes
you're
balls.
watching the show, I apologize that I didn't make it out there. I'm glad that I didn't.
We went to the
hug
bar.
you too much.
We said our good adieus,
Mm-hmm.
and Jones and I the next day flew home.
What's that?
I've got more to that story, but I'm going to tell that on our very special podcast that you can only hear if you happen to start to subscribe to us and follow our podcast on the podcast app or on streamofconsciousnesspodcast.com. This is a very specifically downloadable, only added bonus feature content episode of our show that we will have released, if not already, very shortly.
No, it comes after this episode.
It's going to be after this episode? All right, so 1 week from now, or it's going to be, are we going to skip an episode? We'll figure it out, whatever. You cannot
if you're on Facebook...
Can we give it a special name? Can we not give it a number and just call it like bonus episode or secret,
if you're on
secret
Facebook,
episode? Let's come up with a name right now.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to... We're going to record something that's going to be like a few minutes long. That's your episode on Facebook. So if you want to do the right thing, you need to actually go and download the episode off the website or subscribe.
I know you will, baby.
So, actually, we'll record that next. So I have a placeholder, and it'll be something silly and stupid, and then we'll record the really special episode. So,
there's so much of this episode that people are missing out on.
Like us on Facebook,
follow what Jonesy and
YouTube. I'm not even putting it on YouTube. It's only gonna be
play some music, Joel. Let's do this. That was our episode. That was our vacation to Vegas. Thank you everybody for joining us and listening to all of our mundane bullshit and following us along on all of our Amazing Grace. Thanks again, and please be sure to follow us and subscribe and like us. And if you want to hear the really good, the great story of Vegas, the really fucked up stuff that happened, you have to download it from our Stream of Consciousness Podcast app or from the website, streamofconsciousnesspodcast.com. All right. Thanks, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye. Disco.